me that you distinguish between a noun and an adjective. And okay, probably let us expand a little bit more and an adverb. Okay, listen carefully. There will be a couple of topics in the grammar in this level in which it will be necessary for us to distinguish between a noun and an adjective. So that is why right now I am planning to explain the difference not only between nouns and adjectives, but also between adjectives and adverbs. Maybe the adverbs are not really relevant, not for the topic that I am about to see, but these nouns and adjectives, yes. Just remember that nouns and adjectives, of course that you know, but probably what you don't know is the name that they use. For example, let's suppose if I say happy, this is my adjective. My noun in this case will be happiness. Because in the end, my adjective will describe the person. So the person is happy. And what is the feeling? What is the feeling? So what does the person feel? Happiness. So happiness will be the situation and the people will feel happy. Now, if I want to describe the adverb will help me to describe the way people do things. And in this case, it will be happily. From the adjective, if the adjective is ending in Y, for example, you will simply change that Y for an I, and then you will put ly. This ending, ly, this will be the adverb, the ending for any adverb in English. There is just a couple of exceptions, but okay. So from the adjective, you will obtain the adverb. How? By simply adding ly at the end of the adjective. Let me give you another example. People are usually sad. Now, according to the rule that I have just mentioned, that you obtain the adverb by adding ly at the end of the adjective. Tell me, according to your perception, what would it be the adverb of sad?
Sad.
Exactly. Because just remember what I said, from the adjective, you obtain the adverb. How? By simply adding ly at the end of the adjective. Every single adjective will turn into an adverb. All of them. Well, now, the person is sad. And what does the person feel? Sadness. So my noun in this case will be sadness. My adjective will be sad. And my adverb will be sadly. Is everybody following me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yes, so of course that we need more practice. Yes, definitely. But I'm pretty sure that if you pay attention and then you focus on what I am explaining, you will easily get the idea. All right, one more. Remember, from the adjective, we obtain the adverb. Here we go. My adjective will be angry. Remember, adjectives ending in Y will be changed for an ILY. Okay, so the adverb gets the adverb.
Angry.
Which one?
Angry. Angry.
Right, angrily. Yeah, don't be afraid to mention it. Angrily. Oh, well. Okay, there it is, angrily. Why? Because adjectives ending in Y, you will change it for an ILY. Okay, now angry is my adjective, angrily is the adverb. And what about the noun? So what does the person feel? The person feels?
Angryless.
Anger. The person feels? Anger. So that is my noun. So the person is angry. And finally, the person, let's suppose, answer me angrily. or the person looked at me angrily. Yes?
Yes.
For example, beautiful. A teacher is beautiful. Okay, beautiful. All right, so the person is beautiful. And probably the person sings
Beautifully.
right. Remember that the adverb describes the way people do things. So this adverb is always after the verb. That is why it's adverb, because it's after the verb. So for example, and they live happily ever after. And the girl cried sadly. And he smiled, and he looked at me angrily. And she sang beautifully, because the adverb comes after the verb. Okay, so if the girl is beautiful, if she sings beautifully, what is the main characteristic for her? Remember the movie? Nobody remembers the movie?
Beauty.
Right, and the base. Okay, there it is. So noun, beauty. Adjective, beautiful. Adverb, beautifully. Right? So you see, as simple as that. Of course that you know the nouns. What you probably don't know is name. There are nouns, there are adjectives, and there are adverbs. But now you know. And remember, the adverb is always after the verb. The adverb tells us the way people do things. If you say, for example, that the man drives fast, okay, in this particular case, fast is adjective or adverb?
Adjective.
Adverb, dear, because it's after the verb. As an adjective, it would be he is a fast driver. This is the adjective. The adjective comes before the noun, but the adverb comes after the verb. Now, in this particular case, it happens that fast is both adjective and adverb at the same time, but not all of them. I mean, there are quite a few examples like this. Okay, let's suppose she speaks slowly. Is slowly here adverb or adjective?
Adverb.
Adverb. How do you know, Jorge, that this is an adverb?
Because it's next to
The verb.
the verb.
Right. Yeah, because it's next to the verb. Now, if you say she is, she says slowly, she's a slow speaker. Okay, so that means, well, okay. So this is like when you say she is a slow child or he is a slow driver. Well, okay. In this case, slow will be my adjective. Why? Because it's describing the person. In this case, as a speaker, she's slow. As a driver, he's fast. And in these cases, they are describing the actions. How does he drive? Fast. How does she speak? Slowly. Is everybody following me?
Yes, miss.
Yes? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Let's say one more. If I say, The princess, let's say the opera singer. The opera singer is beautiful. She sings beautifully. You see, this is the way we describe it. So the opera singer, you know, the person is beautiful. So he's describing the person. Now she sings beautifully. So now he's describing the way she sings, in this case, beautifully. Okay. Now let's see, what about the nouns? Well, when can we probably use the nouns? For example, happiness. Some people say that happiness is, well, let us begin by success. They say that success is getting what you want. And happiness is liking what you get. And then you will probably see, hey, this is the verb like in gerund. In gerund, not in continuous, in gerund. Okay, so success is a noun. Happiness is a noun. Want is a verb. Get is a verb. Like is a verb. Get is a verb. So success, many people say that success is getting what you want and happiness is liking what you get. Well, from success, which is my noun, we have the adjective. So the person is no? Successful. And if the person has a successful career, if he is a successful professionist, is because he has done things successfully. Okay? So, kids, questions? Comments, doubts, something which is, or something which is not really clear? Obviously, as I said, this requires practice. Yes, definitely. Remember that practice makes perfect. So you see, practice is another noun. Okay. But no questions so far? No? Can we go to the break?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Adjectives and adverbs. Okay, let me show you the following list in which we have adjectives here and adverbs on this section. All right. Is it possible for everyone to visualize this? Let me just put some color here.
Yes.
All right. So on the left, you have the adjectives, and on the right, we have the adverbs. And what we need to do here is simply transform one from the other. For example, if we have quietly, which is the adverb in this case, which one do you think is the adjective?
Quiet.
Right, quiet. Okay, if we have a slow at the adjective, what would it be the adverb here?
Slowly.
Okay, slowly. From patient, the adverb would be
Patiently.
right, patiently. If we have successful as an adjective, as an
Successfully.
adverb, successfully, right, successfully. Now, if we have heavily as an adverb, as an adjective, it will be
Heavy.
right, okay, or angrily as an adjective,
Angry.
Angry.
okay, and clearly as an adjective,
Clear.
clearly. All right, expensive as an adverb, it would be
Expensively.
okay, expensively. All right, incredible,
Incredibly.
right, incredibly, right, and healthy as an adverb, it would be
Healthily.
healthily. That's right, healthily. Very nice. Okay, chicos, este cuadro, sí necesito que lo tengan ustedes. De todas maneras, yo lo voy a subir en el resumen de la clase al Bright Space, pero quiero que lo tengan así completo porque lo voy ¿cómo se llama? Lo voy a vaciar. Lo voy a vaciar y no ¿cómo se llama? Y no va a llevar las respuestas. Entonces, por eso me interesa que lo tengan completo ustedes para que para que me hagan el favor de sacarle una captura de pantalla. Ay, Dios, creo que se me borró. Muy bien, entonces, por favor, tomen nota nada más de la tabla de adjetivos y adverbios. Thank you, dear. Porque les decía, la vamos a subir allá al Private Space, pero no va a estar completa. Entonces, para que la tengan ustedes.
Miss, ¿esa tabla no las va a pasar usted para llenar o nosotros lo vamos a hacer con nuestros recursos?
Pues verás, por eso la llenamos aquí, para yo cerciorarme que las respuestas que tengan son las correctas. Entonces, esta ya ahorita le sacó Robert la captura de pantalla y la mandó al grupo, pero cuando yo la suba al Bright Space va a ir semi vacía, es decir, le voy a volver a borrar unos cuantos. Haz de cuenta, creo que aquí el que no teníamos era este.
Oye,
Entonces,
Miss, una pregunta.
mande.
¿Va a haber de qué tarea esta semana? Porque como es semana de exámenes.
No, no vamos a tener tarea en esta semana. Sí, se me había olvidado decirles. Lo vamos a mover hasta la semana 4 para la tarea que tenemos. Así es. ¿Sí?
Miss, ¿y nuestras calificaciones del examen de ayer? Aproximadamente, ¿cuándo será?
Yo creo que el viernes ya deben de estar listas.
Ok,
Porque
Miss.
si bien el examen lo califico rápido, pero me tomó un poquitito de tiempo el terminar de checar las tareas. Es en donde me tardo. Pero sí,
Yo tengo otra
el
duda.
viernes. Mande.
No sé si lo imaginé o lo dijo. El lunes creo que nos dijo que hoy, miércoles, nos iba a dar una sorpresa o nos iba a decir como una sorpresa, algo así.
Ah, pues la sorpresa, yo creo que ya se las mencioné, nada más era la del oral exam. Nosotros debemos de presentar el oral exam de ahorita de medio curso, pero les dije que los que subieron sus 2 audios completos allá a la plataforma, el de los lobos y el de Y el del Online Revolution. Entonces, quien haya subido sus 2 audios no le toca presentar este examen oral. Quien subió solo uno o no subió ninguno es a quien le toca. Okay, take a look at the following adverbs that we have here in the gray box. Yes, is it possible for everyone to visualize them? And so we have badly, immediately, carefully, noisily, easily, safely, fortunately, and suddenly. Remember that all of these are adverbs because they are ending in ly. Now tell me, if the adverb is badly, what would it be the adjective? The adjective that badly comes from?
Bad.
Okay, from bad. Okay, the same happens in immediately. This would be?
Immediate.
Immediate, right? And from carefully?
Careful.
All right. Noisily?
Noisy.
Easily?
Easy.
All right. And safely?
Safe.
Okay. Fortunately?
Fortunate.
Fortunate. And
Fortunate.
and sudden, but that's okay, because let me tell you that most of the times we just need intuition to get these words. That's all what you need, intuition. You just need to open your perception says, okay, so if it's naturally, so this is natural. That's all what you need, perception. So from fortunately, fortunate. Okay, and suddenly?
Sudden.
Okay, from sudden. This is like if I say tragically, and then we say tragical. So which is tragic in this case. Well, okay. Pronunciation problems? No? No pronunciation?
Can you tell me what is the meaning about suddenly?
Yeah, this is like abruptly, repentinamente. So this is suddenly.
Okay.
Abruptly, so when unexpectedly. Entonces es repentinamente, es abruptamente, es no lo esperas. Por ejemplo, let me give you an example. You are swimming at the beach and suddenly you just turn around and then you see a shark behind you. So this is unexpectedly. O sea, tú te esperas que si te metes a la playa te encuentras un tiburón, pues no. O sea, no es 100% seguro, ¿no? Puede que te lo encuentres, puede que no. Pero usualmente ese tipo de ataques te van a tomar por sorpresa. Listo, entonces ese es suddenly. Yes? Okay, any other word? Any other word? No? Any pronunciation problem? No? Well, okay. If it's possible for you, let us try to repeat. Ready? Let's repeat. Badly. Come on, everybody. Let's try to repeat. Badly.
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 Immediately.
Immediately.
Because I don't want to hear people saying immediately. No, this is immediately. Carefully.
Carefully.
Noisily.
Noisily.
Easily.
Easily.
Safely.
Safe.
Fortunately.
Fortunately.
Suddenly.
Suddenly.
For example, imagine that you are queuing at the bank and suddenly somebody begins coughing. Okay, so this is suddenly. Fortunately for you, you're wearing the mask, And then fortunately for you, you're wearing the mask because now, from now on, we need to live safely. Yes, we need to live safely. Now, again, certain prevention measures are making things more easily. And although sometimes people act noisily, we all understand that we must act carefully, more carefully, because immediately after you get COVID, for example, you may experience a badly situation. Ok, me encanta. Bueno, pues ya ni modo. Ok, chicos, ya les di un ejemplo de cada uno, si se pusieron listos y lo escucharon. Bueno, muy bien. Volunteers, Mare is going to read instructions, please. Just the instructions. Robert, you will give us the pronunciation for all of these adverbs. Yes? Okay. Mare, you read the instructions, please.
Complete the sentences with these adverbs. Sometimes you can use more than one adverb.
Thank you. And then Robert is going to give us, is going to read the adverbs, please. ¿No está Robert? I can't believe it.
He has problem with his internet.
I see.
Creo que se le fue el internet.
Okay, thank you. Then let me see. Gael, could you please read the adverbs there?
Yes. Badly. Carefully. Easily. Fortunately. I'm not sure about this one.
Immediately.
Immediately. Noisily. Safely. Suddenly.
Very nice. Okay, that's all. Chicos, es bien importante para mí que ustedes lean. Aún y cuando me dicen, ay, es que la teacher me pone a leer instrucciones, sí, porque resulta que a veces tenemos alumnos de nivel 5, donde aquí, ahorita, por ejemplo, Mare muy bien dijo sentences en plural. Los plurales hay alumnos que no los leen, siguen diciendo complete the sentence y no le dan el plural form y están en quinto. Y todavía siguen diciendo, hagan de cuenta, computer. Y el maestro de quinto así que parece que le está dando shock anafiláctico, ¿verdad? Ahí. Entonces, por favor, tienen que leer, tienen que ganar aquella fluidez. Acuérdense que están a un paso de estar en nivel 5 y no pueden leer mal. Ahora sí que you can read badly. Ahí se aplica el badly. Well, okay. Thank you, Gael. Very nice. Then let me give you 1 minute for you to analyze these 8 sentences and try to insert one adverb in each sentences. Remember, more than one sentence may have more than one possibility. Come on, we have 1 minute. Y para eso quiero que hagan lo siguiente. Ahí en su cuaderno, en la compu, en el iPad, en donde tengan, hagan de cuenta, pónganle nada más 1, sin reescribir todo el enunciado. So, number 1, y le ponen el adverb que ustedes crean que va. Number 2, y lo que sea, para ver si cuando ahorita que chequemos todo el ejercicio, your guesses are correct. Volunteers, nada más que en esta ocasión. Ok, thank you, dear. En esta ocasión no los voy a escoger yo, cada quien. Así, volunteering va a
Number 3.
1.
The number 2, Miss.
Okay.
The number 1, teacher.
Yes, Jimé. Y sus compañeros los van a leer. Por favor, chequen sus respuestas. Si tuvieran alguna diferente, no la cambien. Pregúntenme. A lo mejor, no sé, a lo mejor pudiera estar bien visto desde un punto de vista diferente, qué sé yo. Entonces, no porque digan, bueno, pues es que ya estas leyeron y la teacher dijo que ya estaba bien y pues ya. Ni modo, yo tenía otra percepción. Bueno, sí, a lo mejor tienen otra percepción y es correcta. ¿Por qué no? Todo es cuestión de que lo veamos. ¿Listos? Entonces, lo vamos a ver. Listo, Jime. Ok, muy bien. Entonces empezamos con Jime Pastrana, ya está. Jime Barreto,
Yes.
arrancamos con la número 1.
Okay. The shark suddenly turned and swam toward me.
Right. Pues déjame abrir el ejercicio para que no estemos batallando con las respuestas. Entonces, ok. Pues mira, yo le diría suddenly, ¿eh? The shark suddenly turned around and swam toward me. Está bien, tú déjala así. Chicos, si alguien tiene immediately, pues está bien. El libro dice que está bien, pero para mi gusto, yo le diría suddenly. Está bien, Jiménez, no tengas problema por eso. Ok, 2.
The lake wasn't very big, so we swam across it easily or immediately.
So wasn't very big. Yo diría easily, sí.
Yeah.
Está bien. Easily.
But I feel it could be too immediately.
Immediately?
Yeah, immediately.
For example, immediately after we finished eating. Ok, sí está bien.
Okay.
Sí está bien. Ok, 3.
I go out of the kayak very carefully so that I didn't fall in the river.
Ok. Y si no tuviéramos carefully, pues también podría ser immediately, probably. But yes, it's carefully. Ok, 4.
Can I try?
Yes, please.
I think. The children ran noisily down the beach to the sea.
Maybe ya conociendo a los niños, ¿verdad? Aunque se me hace que esa no es. Run noisily, sí pudiera ser. Chicos, ¿alguna otra opción? The children run.
Suddenly.
Which one?
Suddenly.
Suddenly. Okay, the children run. Okay, ¿por qué no? Y a lo mejor incluso hasta immediately pudiera quedarnos the children ran immediately down the beach. Okay. Five. Remember that dive es clavado. Anybody?
Carefully. Fortunately. Do we?
Okay, it could be. But read the sentence, Alexis, please. We dived.
We dived into the water and fortunately saw some beautiful fish.
Okay, any other possibility?
Suddenly.
Probably, suddenly. También nos quedaría. Okay. Incluso hasta immediately, aunque creo que ya la habíamos usado la de immediately, pero bueno. Okay, 6. Sí, esa es única. Okay, 6. Anybody?
Badly.
Badly. Yes, definitely. Okay, but read the sentence.
I tried windsurfing, but I did it so badly that I gave up after 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, in this case, you did it so badly. Okay. Seven. No, sí, también, esa es única. Ajá. Yes, dear.
Fortunately,
Okay, but read the complete sentence.
I had an accident while I was jet skiing, but fortunately it wasn't serious.
Okay, so it says jet skiing, right? I had an accident when I was just jet skiing. Can you see here the connector while, and then the past continuous? I was jet skiing, okay? But fortunately, it wasn't so serious, right? Muy bien, entonces ahí están, chicos, todas las respuestas. Thank you. Creo que el immediately se usa como 3 veces. Algo así.